Hello. I am so fucking glad you're here. I'm so fucking glad that you were ready to start the conversation that, hey, maybe your fear and your excuses have been running the show for long enough. And like, don't even beat yourself up about it. We'll fucking do it. We've spent our entire lives avoiding being labelled a bitch, avoiding being labelled a cunt, avoiding being labelled dramatic, hard work, high maintenance, you fucking name it. And you know what? I am convinced, and you cannot convince me otherwise, that those labels only exist to strip us of our power. Because if we decided that we didn't care, if we lent the fuck in to those titles and fully fucking owned them, we'd be calling the shots. Everything would be happening on our terms. There are all of these like unspoken rules and agreements that we go out there and we play by every single fucking day. And we do it because we just submit, because that's the way it's always been done. And by going against it, makes us hard work, makes us a bitch, makes us a cunt, makes us dramatic, makes us too emotional. All of those things, when we lean in, when we own, when we embrace, become our formidable power. And that is when we turn the tables. That's when all of a sudden things start happening on our playing field, on our terms and by our rules. But you have to have the fucking audacity to go out there and be okay with pissing people off. Not in a fuck you, I fucking hate you kind of way, but in a I know who I am. I like who I am. I respect who I fucking am. And I know my shit, right? You can't gaslight me. You can't convince me otherwise. You can't make me doubt myself or second guess myself unless I let you. And I'm not fucking going to. That's how you walk into negotiations for deals worth hundreds of thousands and have them bend to your fucking will. Versus you going, okay, I'll take whatever and getting screwed over, or walking away from it because you don't want to deal with the conflict. You don't want to deal with the confrontation. Arrived is a high performance coaching program. It is not for you if you want to sit at home and live in your familiar version of hell. It is not for you if you are that fucking attached to being a victim. Being a victim keeps you stuck in this little fucking bubble. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you're here because you're fucking done with it and you're curious. You're curious about what life could look like on the other fucking side. You know you're not weak. You know you're not small. You're not going to fucking break. You know you're not. So let's go out there. Let's fucking meet yourself and all the fucking parts of yourself that you've buried down, and let's discover what she's fucking capable of. Because that's what Arrived is about. That's who you're going to become at the end of Arrived. We are literally going to celebrate the death of the version of you that exists to keep people happy, that exists to keep herself safe and small. And we are going to celebrate the awakening of you, of the inner version of you, of the little girl inside of you who knew everything was fucking possible before you started believing the world when it told you it wasn't. Welcome to the beginning of the rest of your life. I am Amy. I'm fucking ecstatic to be your guide, your coach on this journey. My promise to you is that I hold the vision for the version of you and the version of your life that you are here to fucking create and live into. Not the version of you that gets scared. Not the version of you that wants to fucking run. You're gonna hate me, and that's okay. I can hold that. That's my fucking job. Because I'm not going to meet you down here. I'm going to hold it up here so you can come meet me up here. And we are going to operate from this version of you until we build that muscle so it becomes like second nature. I've been there exactly where you are right now, thinking, what the fuck? How the fuck do I create something new? How, like, is this all there is? And I've gone through the brutal journey that lays ahead of you. And I promise you, there's nothing that you can say or do or have done that is going to shock me. This is a completely safe, judgment-free zone. You get to be the version of you that you were born to fucking be when you step into your power. I'm really excited to meet her. Are you?